Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 4 of March to October with the Diamondbacks of Strike to the Venom. We're going to start with the draft. I'm going to try and just skip. I don't care. Sim risk draft. There we go. Alright, cool. Well, we are detecting that you've already passed through this reward gate with this save file. Okay, that's fine. Because I just finished on this. So, we're smashing expectations. Second in division, first in batting, fourth in pitching, fourth in fielding, A- on front office. I agree. Our record so far is 65-32. Our expected wins is 53. So we smashed that for the most part. Win differential plus 12. Here we go. So finish strong for a morale boosting win. We're up we have a 1-run lead, 5-4. Martinez, the gunslinger himself, is pitching against Nolan Gorman. If you hear something in the background, it's my 3D printer. I tend to just print all the time. It's a fun process. I love the little designs I make. You saw them in the April Fool's episode. Pretty cool. Alright, Corbin Carroll. Oh, okay. My Xbox controller for the actual Xbox is to my side here. And then I printed a mod that I could probably show at some point on the pod. But yeah, alright. Ball. There's Gorman as he makes a blast. I don't know if it's I don't think it's getting out, but okay, it wasn't getting out, but now we're struggling to get it to third. Well, that ain't fun. Alright. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Oh! I shit you not, when I was in Japan, when I went to this hostel, and I think it was like the first or second night, I went downstairs, like to the very bare floor, the lobby, in a sense. The lobby was like the first floor, and then you had like 6 or 7 different floors for this in Japan. Anyways, I think it was like the second night, I decided to hang out with some of the other foreigners and stuff, and for like almost 20 straight minutes, these dudes that were, I think, either hitting on a girl or just flirting with a girl were like singing the Let's Get Down to Business song, and I was like, god damn, they are just dedicated to this bit. Alright, 2 outs. I honestly thought Jordan Rocker was gone from the league. I haven't heard of this guy until now. So maybe he's a quiet player. We'll see. I know he had kind of a rocky debut as far as just numbers and agility. He was called back down to AAA like at the beginning. Yep, struck out a batter. Ooh, with a pitch of at least 101 miles per hour. Okay, I was about to say, I've struck out more players just by them just looking at the ball rather than swinging. So that would have been a news flash for me, I guess. There's Carroll, grounder. He is out. First out of the bottom of the 8th. We are still tied, so we should be okay as long as I can quit making commentary while trying to focus on this game. Alright. 2 people out. Grounder and a fly. Let's see what Gurriel could do. Ooh, it hits it right to King. Here is Brendan Donovan. By the way, if at any time during this video, if the light's flickering, I think it's just either something with the power or like something wired into the bulb, because sometimes it flickers and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not terribly worried about it, but I just want you guys to know that it's a thing, and sorry if it distracts you at times. And I need to shut up because I'm literally giving players bases because I'm just pitching wherever the hell I feel like it, and it's not landing. This guy has some control, but not a whole lot. But he does strive in the speed department. That's a double play. Alright, 2 outs. And I also didn't do the strike 3 whenever that guy was caught looking because I was too distracted in my own conversation. Not focusing. Next one, I'll do the call. It could be soon. Yep. 1-2. Strike 3. Aw, dang it. Like I said, control, not really his strong suit. Ooh. Good chase on that. Oh, crap. That is down, and Carroll's there to keep him at first. Ivan Ferrer with the nice little line drive.
Go ahead run on base. Now up for St. Louis, Wilson Contreras.
Ooh.
Fastball is in for a strike. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the
that was a ball.
to get in the scoring position. 2 outs. Cut on and lifted in the air. Gurriel has it sized up. Drops into the glove.
All right.
That's the third
We
out.
could win it here.
No runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. Now into the ball game on defense, Victor Scott. He'll be out in left field. Gabriel Moreno digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. The pitch behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Ryan Helsley, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Romero.
That is a fly ball in the mid part of right field for the first out. Here's Newt Barr. Or, oh, the other team. My bad. Here's Jake McCarthy. Ooh.
Sometimes a hitter
No balls,
will
one
go up
strike.
there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies. A certain
Okay,
pitch, a
1-1.
certain
Good
location,
take,
he
good
just
take.
guessed wrong.
Here's a 1-1.
There you go. Grounder. Base hit. With 1 out. McCarthy gets on, so we got some speed.
Clearly seeing the ball very
I think
well.
Carroll's next up.
Hit the ball by
Nope,
the
it's
pitcher.
Perdomo.
A lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And
Ooh,
now they got
damn.
some speed on first.
If
So
he
we'll
just
see if they
kept
try
that
to
straight, he
keep
could have
the
probably had like a little lucky base hit there. Could have turned into a double.
Popped up to
And
the
that
left.
could turn into an out if it does not get into the... Oh! Lucky me. 0-2 count.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
1-2.
All right, 1-2. Almost hit him.
On the ground,
That's a double play, I think. Nope, just 1.
Got him.
He's out.
All right, now there are 2 down. Runner on second, McCarthy. And here's Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte. Runner takes off for third.
He out.
Down and missed. Oh,
Uh,
now. And they tag him out.
well, we go into extras because my dumbass doesn't know how to
Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
manage the base pads. Okay, let's put in... Ginkle, and then a warm-up puck.
That one misses, and that's ball one.
Arenado with the runner at second.
Strike one.
1-1 count.
1-1.
Damn it.
It's 2-1.
Close though. 2-1.
And a swing and a
Even Steven.
2-2.
next pitch
That's the
misses,
ball.
and it's 3-2.
Full count.
Ripped on the ground a second. Marte
That's it.
All right. 1 out with the runner on third.
Arenado for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat, especially when you're playing
Here's
extra
Norland
innings.
Gomon with the runner on third.
Gorman.
That was a strike.
As he takes ball one. Swing and a miss.
All right.
Ball
1-1.
one strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to
that's
see
high.
them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Right side, hard hit. Throws to first.
All right. Grounder that led the third baseman to stay. It is now 2 outs. The runner on third. And here's Newt Bar.
That's off
That's
the
Looks like it's a mixture of booze and
That's
newts.
a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Okay. 1-1 count.
1-1.
And it's 1-1. Upstairs.
2-1. Even Steven.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just had a hard
Ooh.
time catching up.
Nice cut.
2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position.
Oh, caught him looking. Strike 3.
2-3. On to the bottom of the 10th.
Here's Marte with the runner on second. Ooh. Could have waited a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Why did I decide to swing at that?
That slider didn't move to
We
the
won't
very
know.
last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just gonna have to tip your cap on that hit.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2
All
strikes.
right,
Go
1-2.
upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you
Oh my God.
Swing and a miss. 1 out.
Oh,
Okay,
really
1 out.
aggressive in with that slider. Good
Here's
catch.
Eugenio Suarez,
At
the
worst case
dinger
scenario,
machine,
it's weak
Big
contact
Al
play.
2.0.
And the catcher wanted it.
Nope.
Like Spenna said in the April Fool's episode.
Swing,
Oh,
strike
crap.
one, strike one.
1-1 count.
1-1.
Hmm.
Pitch
2-1.
misses way outside.
Ooh.
Ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking
3-1.
balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Ooh, damn. Full count. Oh,
That's 2 in a row.
damn.
Right there is just a
That was
big
nasty.
pitch, tailing away from the hitter.
Here's
Long
Naylor with the
pitches,
runner on
good
second.
action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite
Ball.
side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous.
That's what I should have been
special
doing the past couple
speed.
batters, is just taking that.
Next offering is in.
Kind of glad I didn't go for that.
Beautiful
1-1.
backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
There we go.
It's a tough pitch.
And that drop foul. Damn.
The winning run on second base.
Oh!
There's another, and that's
Kind of hung that one. I think that would have been a strike 3 if I took it anyways, because it was so close. All right, strike 1. Strike 2.
Doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches.
All right, here we go.
I think that's the case.
Say the line, Bart.
Overthinking right there.
Strike 3.
Fastball's looking in the 0-2 count. Just a poor attempt.
Okay.
Now up for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
All right, here's Walker Man.
Go-ahead run is at second. Fought off foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Ball.
Ooh.
Nice work.
3.
The strikeout, and that's a big second out.
2
I'll tell
outs
you,
with a runner on second.
then get out
And
there,
it is
go ahead,
Victor
run
Scott
straight into
II.
scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Wonder if he's related to Michael Scott
Scott swinging
from The
a
Office.
ball.
All right, 3 outs.
St. Louis goes down in
We see you in the bottom of the 11th. And here's Jojo Romero against Corbin Carroll with a runner on second.
Corbin Carroll now at the plate. He was late
Strike one.
there, strike 1.
It might be time to
Zero
choke
balls,
up
one
a
strike.
little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. Really late right now.
On the ground to short, slings it across. One up, one down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So digging in, Jordan Lawler.
Oh, shit.
Swing and a miss.
That was a good pitch.
1-1.
Winning run stands at second.
I wasn't far off either. Ooh, that was a good hit.
Pearl's foul.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet.
Oh. Either way, I was going to get
And it's Lourdes
got on that. All right. Come on, Gurriel. There we go. We're running. We're running. We're running. We're running. We're running.
Here comes the throw. In comes the winning run and the Diamondbacks.
We win in extras, barely.
It's a
Shouldn't have even been like that in the first place, if we're going to be honest here. I wonder if I also kind of milked it for time with the fire emojis. But I feel like they probably would have done the 3 fire emojis anyways. But we won it. That's all that matters. Taylor Rogers for Pinto and Sim. Then we got Ahmed Rosario for Taylor Ward. Taylor Rogers would be a great bullpen piece, though. You don't give up that much for him. And then if you did Taylor, I think Taylor Ward would be kind of a silly thing. Let's go with the bullpen. I think Taylor Rogers would be an excellent addition because because we just got Clark Smith like a couple episodes ago. We, I believe, traded for Foley, or maybe he was already here. But Taylor Rogers and Clark Smith are good additions to the rotation. I think mainly our rotation is going to need some upside. Swept the Astros. Probably play a moment against the Pirates. Oh, God. Oh. We're winning. Never mind. Oops game. We are sitting at 71 and 34. We are a game and a half back from the Dodgers in the NL West. Okay, so we just gotta manage not to give them a base hit.
Bases full.
Okay.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Key Brian Hayes. And that's way high. Ball one.
One ball, no strike.
So they're all loaded up. Right through there.
Strike one.
One ball, one strike.
Nice.
Slider.
1-2.
One and two.
Strike away. This one popped up. Foul ground first base.
And that should, in theory, give us another win, which I believe we sweep 2 of.
This 3-game series.
And that was against Paul Skeens out of all pitchers. Here's Marte, runner on first.
The Diamondbacks
That's a ball.
would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. And a pitch.
2-0.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
God damn
On
it.
the ground might be 2. There's 1.
That's an out.
And that's 2.
He's out.
Well,
Brett Sullivan getting ready
it's
to hit.
whatever. It already happened. All right. Second and first and second, 2 out.
One.
Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to an outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of
0-1.
slug and these type of home run totals. On the ground, a short could be 2. There's 1.
Yeah.
Relay to
Got
first,
it.
double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings.
Not
day
the
in
best
and day
start,
out.
but it is what it is.
One down, base is empty.
Could be worse.
Ripped on the ground a second. Toss to Naylor.
He's out.
Machado is out.
So far, I've grounded up into a double play and I think struck out. So here we go. First and second, 1 out. That's a good hit. I think that does make me go out, but I did still bring the runners up a couple bases. All right, we're up 4-0 now. Marte with the runner on second and 1 out. Oh, nice pitch.
Hitter's got some
Oh,
good
one's the
opposite
count.
field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Merrill under it. Puts it away for the out. Back to the top of the order now. Jackson Merrill digs in now. 1 down, base is empty.
All right.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Marte throws to first.
All right, we got 2 outs. Yeah, just enter it. I don't care.
Rise stands in.
Taylor Rodgers with his probably one of his debuts.
Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first.
And we got it. Taylor Rodgers with the save. Let's go. I don't want to call up any of these guys. So, decline. When to take the interleague series. We're a half game back from the Dodgers. Corbin Carroll and Naylor. 1 out in the 7th inning with the runner on first. All right, here's Corbin Carroll.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play.
Nice little cut there. Ooh. I was probably really late on that. Oh, I was early.
Ground ball to first, could be two. Fires to second for one. Return throw to
Ooh.
double play.
Close, but
And welcome back to the ballpark.
here we go.
Bottom of the seventh. Now the left fielder, Evan Carter. Burns back to work.
Ball one.
That one is downstairs, and that's ball one.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
That
Ball.
misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Got him
Three.
looking. Strikeout number 8.
3.
Here's Leody Taveras. 1 for 2. And
No,
that's a
that's
little bit
too high.
And now it's even 1-1. One out, base is empty. And that
Ooh.
one a little below the knees.
Close.
And that's ball 2. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. Save.
And that is
That's
safe.
gonna be easy after the missed play.
That's all right.
Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing.
Ooh, yeah, you better check that swing, bucko.
Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
Out. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And here it comes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a
Damn,
while.
okay.
His ability
I
to
threw a
foul
nasty
pitches.
one there.
Just 1 out away from 7 strong innings and
Ooh.
just 100 pitches. Man, pretty impressive. They've got to be happy with what they've gotten from him out there today.
Two outs, runner at first. Now
Le-
it's the DH.
Ezekiel Duran.
Ezekiel Duran.
For some reason, I thought that was Leody Taveras.
No ball. 1 strike.
They kind of both have that similar weird swing thing going with them.
And that one hammered. Carroll reaches back. Onto the track.
And game is still tied at 2 in the 8th.
A hit and an error in
We
the
go to
inning,
the
but
8th.
They fail to score. We look ahead to inning number 8. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound.
Here's
Start
Jacob
the
Webb.
Jacob Webb.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
That's the
Outside.
ball.
And the count 1 and 2. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Robert Garcia, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Milner getting loose as well. That missed by
2-2.
a lot. And the count's even at 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one hit to right. Garcia settles under it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Okay.
Here's Gurriel. He's already homered in this game.
1 down. Believe that was a pop out.
That's off the mark.
Inside.
Ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Ball misses outside for a ball. Down
Kilo.
on the ground right side, Simeon. slings to first in time. Next up for the Diamondbacks.
All right, I'm making sure we have people that we need. Actually, I'm probably going to give Corbin another inning. We'll see.
And
No,
the sweeper
inside.
misses for a ball.
That's a
Swing and
strike.
miss, as he was out
1-1.
front that time.
1-1.
Just
No.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There we go.
Ball popped
Little
in the air,
doinker
and it falls.
for 2
That
outs.
extends
That'll
the
work.
inning.
And now it's Barossa.
Jorge Barossa, 1 for 3. And that is out of play. Here's your 1. Tapped in front of the plate. Tosses the first out.
And we're still tied at 2.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's
All right,
starting pitchers
Burnsy.
have fared so far. And a slider in there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident. They can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Oh.
This one is crushed.
Well, that
And here in the late stages, they have the lead.
that really
Circles the
burns me a little bit.
Now they're out front. It's 3-2. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
God damn it.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Here's Josh Young. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And strike 2.
Oh,
0-2.
just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on
Strike
the next
3.
batter.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable
No,
out there.
inside.
Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus
Ball.
on doing your part to maintain that lead and
2
getting
balls,
that W.
no strike.
That one hammered,
Ooh,
but
that was a
ruled foul.
bomb.
And
Ball
that's
3.
downed away. That's a walk.
Ball 4, take your
Went with
base.
the cutter
Okay.
again, couldn't find the zone.
Well, he
Yeah,
tried
I
to
need to
nibble
get
right
him
there
out.
and just
Get him
missed
out
his
of there.
spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
One gone, runner at first. Torey Lovello is out.
All right, Lovello.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Oh.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the
Strike 3.
Yeah, that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time. No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not
That's
pressing too
foul.
hard, because that just
0-2
compounds
count.
things, makes the slump even longer.
Strike 3.
Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can.
Everyone's safe, but there's still 2 outs.
Hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Ball 1.
Carter stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Martinez. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That
Point 3.
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it.
All right.
We're back. And on the mound, it's
Now we just need to get a couple runs and we win this.
Spots, relievers really make a name for themselves.
Ball.
Late and close.
1 ball,
There's not
no
much
strike.
margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
swing Swing and a foul out of play.
All right, 1-1 count.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitchers.
Another ball.
2-1.
2-1. Two.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That gets down for a hit. And that puts the tying.
All right, runner on first with the doinker.
Oh, a big swing of the bat right there. These days, most outfielders.
Here's Marte.
I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out.
And there's Marte with the base hit.
And it's through for a hit.
First and second, nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough.
Here's Eugenio Suarez. Oh, hey, there we go. That at least ties the ball game. And the game is now 3-3. Top of the ninth. And Eugenio Suarez comes up clutch. 3-3. And they're going for a pitching change. And that'll be Hobby Milner. Here is Josh Naylor with first and third. Nobody out. A submariner. Something rare this day and age. Oh, nice pitch. 0-2 count.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Runner takes off. Got him swinging.
That's safe. Runner on second and third with a very ballsy steal by me on a guy that's very slow. And they're going to walk Carroll to load up the bases with Jordan Lawler. This could be big. And it is! It is not. 2 outs. Still bases loaded, though.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it.
Okay.
But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
We're going to warm him up, too, just in case. Here's Lourdes. Takes a ball that's very obvious.
Gurriel gets a piece.
Okay. Oh, nice off speed there. And no one is there. Base hit and more. That could be a 2-run lead, and it is. Diamondbacks come off of a clutch hit by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 5-3 Diamondbacks. First and third, 2 out with Moreno. Is that down? Is that down? Is that down? It is not. That's fly out, but the Diamondbacks gain the lead late. Can they keep it? Here's Jason Foley.
Now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Jason Foley.
Well, you see
Here's Lordy Tavares, the guy that I thought was Ezekiel drawn earlier. I feel like Tavares could switch hit, but I'm not sure. But he dominantly hits left-handed, so I think he might be just a lefty. But here we are. 1 out.
And there's 1 down.
All right, here's Josh Smith.
So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith.
Ball outside.
Just missed. Foley in his 5th season, 29 years old, and they traded for
Out
him
number
earlier
2.
this year. Steps on
And the
first.
Diamondbacks are about to stun the Rangers and take the interleague series with 2 more strikes to go.
Stands in now and watches strike 1.
And now there is 1 more strike for the Rangers.
Rangers
And
Got it.
Iraq 3 the Venom as we win that. Barely. We finish strong. We get some more fire emojis. And we'll see what comes next. Alright, throw home fans of the series sweep. We are projected to get 109 wins, and this is currently game 128. It is Bieber on the mound against Lawler, and Carroll is on first. Nobody out. See if we can get Bieber.
So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Jordan Lawler, 1 for 2. And that one fouled.
All right,
Now,
one
these guys
count.
definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Strike
So he picks up
three.
his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Runner, he's
Here
going,
comes
he's
the
going.
pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike is
Still gets in there. Runner in scoring position with 1 out.
tying run at the plate. Gurriel gets a piece.
0-2 count.
Certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Kicks and fires.
Ball
Outside
one.
low.
1-2.
Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good pitch.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command.
Here's Moreno
Opposing batters.
with 2 outs
You know,
and runner
they've
on
gotta
second.
Find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball. Maybe try to bunt for a base hit. Get him off
Ball
the
one.
mound. Move
Ball.
him around. Step out. Something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Emmanuel Clase getting loose out there.
That is a base hit, and that'll bring in Carroll to make this a 2-1 game.
He will score. And they trail by 1. Here comes the manager.
And Steven Vogue is going to put in a new guy, and the new guy is Tim Herron.
Left-handed
McCarthy
batter and he's
at the
been
plate,
excellent in those
and
matchups
Moreno
this
is
year.
at
So
first.
this seems like a calculated
And
move.
that could be a doinker, but it is not. It is a fly out. But we do get a run across with that Moreno single.
1-run game. David Fry now at the plate. Thompson back to work.
Yeah.
Thompson is in there.
You know,
No ball.
these Guardians,
One strike.
simply put, are producing a
Yo.
lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't
All right,
happen by
base
accident.
hit for Fry. Grr. Grr, grr,
He
grr,
was
grr.
all
Evil.
over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So digging in, Kyle Mansardo.
Here's Manzardo, the
And
troublemaker.
catches the zone. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next
Ball.
offering is down low.
Okay, 1-2.
Out towards right
Ooh.
center. That's well struck. And that one is
And they pad their lead with Manzardo.
good. Home run number 15 on the year.
Eat
It's
my
4-1.
dust, you dust
He
eater.
absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching.
All right, here's Foley with a now 4-1 Guardians lead.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. McCarthy going back on this one.
Oh, nice little grab there for the first out.
I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here.
At first I was like, shit, that's going to hit the wall. And then I was like, okay, well, I got it, so
You
cool.
have to maintain concentration.
0-2 to Lane Tomas.
No ball. 2 strikes.
To short, Perdomo. In the dirt, out pick.
Out number 2.
Play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Gabriel Arias
2 outs, base is empty.
fouls it off. Ooh, 0-2 count. Could this be a strike 3? Ooh, nice take. That almost killed him.
2 strikes to count.
Jammed him. Out number 3.
He tried to get there and makes the grab. And that is that. But 2 come across
This turd in the rough
ready to go.
did the same shit against the Royals a couple weeks ago. There's a big hit by Perdomo to lead off this inning, and that could be a double, and it will be a double for Perdomo, and it looks like he is going to stay at second.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him. So
All right, here's Blaze Alexander.
Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Oh.
Got a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Alexander down the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Shouldn't have swung at that. 0-2 count.
Going. This is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just gonna
Strike 3.
Don't try to do too much.
Got him. Not what you're looking for after.
Here's Eugenio Suarez.
And there's 1 away.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up.
There's a good hit rip there that is foul. 0-2 count.
Right after him.
Ooh, nice pitch. Slider gets him 2 outs. Now here's Naylor.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good
Ball.
job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
To the right side.
And that is a ground out for out number 3.
Out number 3. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. And we're back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Angel Martinez. That's in for a strike. Foley,
All right.
a 6'4" righty. He features a sinker, a slider, a 4-seamer.
Ground out number 1.
Suarez throw to first in time. Now 1 gone in the 9th. So up next, Stephen Kwan. Inside, just missed. On the ground, Alexander slings to first.
All right, out number 2.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Will Brennan.
Ooh.
Back up the middle and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the
all right,
ones
ball
where you gotta
1.
make them pay.
Ramirez, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
And that is strike
1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that's 2 strikes.
And
2 out
he does
hits.
not go for third, so it's still first and second, 2 outs.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, David Fry. Just
That's a
missed.
Oh, that was kind of borderline there. Lucky bastard.
Check swing, and he went.
Not so lucky that time.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And he grounds 1 to the right side. They take the first out.
And now we are down 3 in the very last minute against Clase. Here's Carroll.
30 right here. He's been big for him in the back of that bullpen.
And that's a big hit if it stays fair, and it does not. Good, good pitch. 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss.
Hit me with the same slider.
Now just 2 outs
All right,
away.
2 outs.
He's 2 outs away. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 3. And a foul ball.
Inside.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be
That's
growing with every game he plays.
a fly ball. Out number
Stands in
2.
for the second out. Diamondbacks down
Here's
to their
Gurriel.
final out. And it's Lourdes
This
Gurriel
is
Jr.
it, pretty much.
Lifted to left, and that's
Out number 3, and the win streak is over, but it was a good one. Either way, I probably would have lost because I did not have a good inning in the beginning of this moment with pitching, so I feel like I probably would have lost either way, but momentum just wasn't on our side today. We're a little bit cold, but it's at a good point in time to be cold. You can't be hot all the time and expect your luck to run out. All right. I will do this last one and then I'm going to call it.
Here's Yelich at the dish. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. See you later. He'll take the trot around the bases. His 27th
No big deal. I decided, I'm going to try this challenge, and then all of a sudden I just absolutely screw it up.
swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that. Aggressive, and it paid off.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him.
Hey! 1-1.
Swings and hits one in the air out.
And that is out number 1.
Calls it in for the out. And now it's William Contreras. And that
Strike
drops in for
one.
a strike.
No
Late
ball.
in the game,
One strike.
everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
To the left side, but it is well fouled. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Hard hit, right side.
All right.
To nail it.
Out number
3
2.
down, 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Oop.
Mitchell in the box now.
Borderline
Ball's a
strike.
Next offering is in for
That
a
was
strike.
actually a strike.
Quickly down
0-2.
0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity.
Oh!
Struck him out.
Got out of it. Not unscathed, but we got out of it.
Ballpark. Leading off, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Kamen back to work. Hard ground.
That is a base hit, and that'll score in the run, and the Diamondbacks will take the lead again.
Diamondbacks take the lead, 3-2. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Grounder might be
There's
two.
Moreno. That'll be a double play.
He's out.
One. Over to first.
Or not. He was fast enough to get to first after big double
Well,
play
that
there.
aggressive slide at
Or
second
potential
base,
double
but it was
play.
legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the
McCarthy
slide
with
had
Moreno
Nice
at
job by the
first.
baseman.
1 out.
And here is Jake McCarthy. That one fouled off. Man at first, 1 away. This one high in the air to left center. Mitchell going after it.
Out number 2. Big fly ball on McCarthy.
Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He's already homered here in this one.
Let's go,
And he hits a ground ball right side.
That's a grounder, out number 3.
Fires over to first.
We're going to see if we can close this shit. I think we can. Gurriel with the clutch hit.
RBI single. It's now. We're in extras here. Down the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz.
We're going to try out Taylor Rogers.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to...
Ooh, strike 3.
Struck him out, and that's the first out. Blake Perkins up now for the Brewers. Out to short.
He's
Safe
safe.
at first as they can't make the play.
Boom, he doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense.
And that brings in a run. And this could be lost for us if we aren't careful.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
That clips the zone.
Strike 1, 1-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play.
1-2.
Winning run at third, 1 down. Fights that
Foul.
one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's out number 2.
Perdomo settles under this one.
Game is still tied.
There's 2 away.
Technically, that could go for an infield fly rule, but I don't know if that was out of the range.
3 in this one. And that is downstairs. And that's
1-0.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract the times. Just avoiding the hard at the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
Out number 3. All right, we are tied again. Let's see if we can get out of this. Here's Marte with the runner on second, which is, I believe, Perdomo. And that is a base hit, and that'll get Perdomo in again. Or it'll bring the lead back to a run. And Moreno gets an RBI double. Not Moreno. Marte. Come on, Gog.
Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
All right, Marte gets an RBI double.
No outs. Next to hit for Arizona, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hot shot to third. Fires over to Hoskins, and 1 gone as they make the play. Here's Josh Naylor.
One and 0.
In the dirt, blocked.
No, that's a ball.
Good take there.
He's been raking in
2-0.
recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Pop up, 2 outs.
Foul territory for the catcher. Contreras makes the catch. Out number 2. This is Corbin Carroll.
Here's Corbin Carroll, and they're going to walk him because they're a bunch of little bitches. Here's Lawler.
2 outs. And next is the designated hitter, Jordan Lawler.
Runner, runner!
It's a double steal. Little bouncer out in front of the plate.
And they still get the out no matter what, so we get the run back by a Marte double.
It's now a...
All right.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. So here's the Brewers DH, Christian Yelich. First off, it just misses. That one the other way.
Out number 1. Barely. All right, still runner on second, 1 out. Here's Reese Hoskins.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper.
Well, we call that keyhole, even though it's right there and looks pretty.
Oh, this one's classic. High deep. It's on its way.
Foul. It's foul. It's foul.
2 runs left. And the Brewers walk it off in the 11th.
Okay, that sung a little, but we will prevail. We see what happens. You'll see what happens when we're at our worst, but you'll like me when we're at our best. I'm sorry it happened like this, but if you enjoyed this video nonetheless, make sure to hit that like button, and we'll see you guys in another episode of Stay Right to the Venom.